Okay, so here it comes then. The packaging sector is in focus because of the raw material situation. There was a lot of pressure that this space witnessed in the quarter gone by. So let's find out more. Pankaj Poddar, the Chief Executive Officer at Cosmo First, joins in now. The stock, in fact, has taken a hit as well. It's down almost 14% in the last 3 months. Pankaj, thanks a lot for joining in. First, on the raw material situation, the BOPP film margins, I think they came in at about 35 rupees a kilo in quarter one. You used to enjoy about 45-50 rupees a kilo as well. Is there more pressure expected, or do you think the worst of the raw material price pressure is now behind us?
Hi, very good morning. So see, the quarter one, yes, towards the end of quarter one, the margins had come down, I would say, more towards the levels it used to be in the past, because previous 2 years we had much higher margins. They have stabilized at the normal levels in quarter one and in the quarter two as well. And if we otherwise see the raw material cost, which had again gone up very substantially last year, has come down, and it touched the bottom and has slightly gone up towards the end of quarter two. Obviously, in quarter two, the entire industry will have stock losses because the raw material stocks, the prices went down. But in general, I would say now the raw material costs have stabilized, touching close to the bottom levels. And similarly, on the sales price, also the margins are back to 30-35 rupee levels, which used to be there, barring the 2 last years when the margins were generally much higher.
So that's the point, Mr. Poddar. Hi, good morning. In the fourth quarter of FY21, that margin was 45 rupees, as you said, much higher. So from here on, what should we expect? In the 35-ish region, or could it move higher from here?
See, for Cosmo, first important thing is it impacts us only for 1/3 of the volume, because 65% of our volumes are into specialties as such. But even for 35%, yes, it impacts us. And if you see the 10-year trend for this industry, there are occasions where this margin has gone up to 45, 50 even. And then there are quarters where it has even gone down to, say, 20 rupees. But average, if you do it, it is always hovering around 30 rupees. And that is a level where it is right now as well. And that's a reasonably sweet spot for the industry. It's neither too good nor too bad, because if the margins go too up, then you see many more investments coming. And if it goes too down, that's also not good for the existing players. So this is a fair level. And this is the level at which, and we have to also remember that 3 new lines have come up, and they have been very nicely absorbed, which talks about the India story, that the demand has been continuously going up. And this is in spite of the fact that Europe and US both are facing tremendous challenges, and India being an export country to some of these economies, in spite of the headwinds over there, in spite of the fact that the raw material prices went down, where everything kind of the expectations of the customer, the distributor starts reducing their stock levels. In spite of all these things, the margins are back at the average level. So I feel pretty comfortable with it.
I'm sure you understand where the concern emerges from, right? Because if you look at the stock as well, the stock has lost 40% of its value in 2022. So clearly shareholders are worried not just about raw material pressures, but demand in general because of what's happening. Can you quantify this for us? You're saying demand has picked up across 3 of your segments: specialty chemicals, flexible packaging and pet care, which is fairly small. Can you tell us what is the kind of growth that you see over the next 1 year, and where are the pockets where pressure still exists?
So I would say demand is in India specifically is going very well. In Europe and America, we do see there are issues over there. And if I talk about businesses specifically, film business, we expect to grow by 10% this year. The specialty chemical business, it's a small business still. It is expected to more than double this year. And Ziggly, we are expecting, last year we had 6 months of sales, and this year there'll be a full year impact. So we expect that Ziggly business also will be going up by 10 times from what we did in the first 6 months of last year.
So much to ask, Mr. Poddar, but we'll have to limit ourselves to a few because of time constraints today. So the pet care business, which you incubated, I think, just last year, right? It's a D2C business. Not just because I'm a pet owner, but also because it's such a large business in the US, etc. I mean, these are huge businesses and very, very steady. What is the aim? What is the ambition for the pet care business? What do you see? What are margins like? How much investment will be required? If you can provide us with a snapshot.
Yeah. So see, it is one of the fastest growing sector within the consumer goods, even in India. It's been growing at 20%. I think during the COVID period, it went up by 30% because people really felt the need to adopt pets. But on an average, last 3, 4, 5 years, it's been growing at 20+%. And we feel that it will continue to grow like this because the pet population in India is still less, families getting smaller, more disposable income. So the industry will grow. It's a small industry. It's a 5,000 to 6,000 crore industry as of today. And what we see, there are a lot of unorganized, small individual setups. What we are trying to bring is an organized ecosystem for the pet parents, where all kinds of services and the products, are available at quite a decent pricing for the customers. And we see a very good momentum from the customers really loving the kind of, not just the products, but also the services that we have brought into the picture. And, seeing the initially we were saying that we will open 150 stores in 3 to 4 years, but the growth potential is so much, we'll have to see how we progress. We may end up even opening more stores, and we have to literally see that what time we start earning money in this business. But potential-wise, this industry has a lot to offer.
Okay, as they say, right, plants are the new pets and pets are the new kids. So if that is the case, this 6,000 crore industry is going to get bigger and better over the years. Thanks a lot for joining in. That's Cosmo First talking about different businesses and how the growth is shaping up there. Let's take a quick break. On the other side, Mitesh Thakkar and Shrikant Chauhan will be joining in for some technical trades. Stay tuned.